Morning. Yo, Trap Society. What's up, brother? You're in here. In here, in here, in here. How y'all doing this morning? What's good? Left Florida with 5,000. Told you. Told you, big country. I told you. I did. Big country say he just left Florida with 5,000. Yeah, I left Florida. I left Florida last, Thursday, Friday, sometime. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. On about 580 a mile on the overside that didn't weigh but about 18,000 pounds, 20,000 pounds, some shit like that. About 11 and a half feet wide. Yeah, but that's good shit, bro. That's good shit. That's part of the grind. Good morning, everybody, man. PT, do some shout outs. Jason, first notice. What's up, bro? Oh, okay. You got Jason as the tag name. Okay. Truck and Clark. What's up, brother? Cedric. Yeah, man. What's up, brother? D. Neil, good morning, Neil. You on the grind all the time over there, ain't it? Paul, what's up, bro? Trap Society. If y'all would, man, shoot me a like in there. It helps the algorithm. We finna get to talk a little bit. And they say ain't no money in Florida, big country. They say ain't no money in Florida. This shit everywhere. I've been saying it for 3 years almost. This shit everywhere. HotShot Slim, what's up, baby? Sleepy Goat. The Sleepy Goat. They used to call me that old goat. If y'all know what I mean. Some of y'all might be traveling that way. Some of y'all might be living that square life. They call me that old goat. I was goat before they made that term. GOAT. I was goat way before then. But if y'all know what I mean, y'all know what I mean. But if you would throw me a like in there. If the sound is coming in clear, hit me up in the comments with a one. Just let me know it's coming in like it's supposed to, and we're gonna go and get down to the nitty gritty. If you get out, click out, share it, push the video on, we're gonna talk a little bit about the grind. When I say on the grind all the time, and the concept of the grind, and why it's so important that you must understand the grind when you come out, so you don't have unrealistic expectations about certain things. Yes, sir. Ro Williams, what's up, baby? Okay, so I'm coming in clear. I appreciate y'all. If you in here, you just getting in here, don't forget to like, throw a like in there, thumbs up, man. It helps the engagement, helps the algorithm, helps push the channel farther in these lives. I appreciate y'all. And before we get started, I want to tell y'all how much I really appreciate everyone for their contributions, donations, for the feeding of the less fortunate that we do once a month. I appreciate y'all. You know, sometimes y'all watch my videos and you'll see precarious situations where I will go slap off. I will go all the way off. Y'all know I will about stuff that's important. I ain't just going off about no stuff that's just frivolous. Like I told y'all, I'm on the grind all the time. And this stuff consists of time over everything. So when you're playing with the time, you're playing with the grind. So if you're playing with the grind, I ain't got time. So that's how that goes. So I want to take a moment just to let y'all understand some of the differences between what people say and what they convey in videos and the reality of life out here on the road. Make your own business, doing your own thing. I'm out here at US Steel in Fairfield, Alabama, picking up the second half of my car load right now that was delayed yesterday. And for sitting overnight, I'm charging $300 because it's time over everything. And y'all screwing up my week because I'm on the grind all the time. So get what? For screwing up that half a day worth of time where I probably could have made five, six, $700 driving in a half a day, a quarter of a day, or something like that. I appreciate compensation for sitting still, and I will put that in the diesel tank. Wait a minute. No, Jonathan, that $300 they gave you for overnight, that's your money. That goes straight in your pocket. No. Nah. And that's one of the things I came to talk to you about. Um, it's the little things, y'all. A lot of people come outside and they have seen these videos and they say they watch my videos, but we are pretty convinced that they don't watch my videos for the simple fact that a lot of people call me, a lot of people I know in real life have the fucked up misconception that you're gonna come out here and pretty much make $10,000, and no matter what your expenses are, you're gonna gross a certain amount of money. You got to be silly. You got to be one of the silly people in the world that I would know to say that you would gross the same number with different expenses and come out with the same amount of profit. So that's where we go back into this state of term that I've used since the beginning of this channel. Cost control, low overhead, low overhead, low overhead, low overhead. Okay. Well, Jonathan, what is low overhead? Because the truck costs what it costs, the trailer costs what it costs. You know what I'm saying? The diesel is what it is. The insurance costs what it costs, and different things like that. But I came to tell you that that's not necessarily true, because there are ways around different things, and there are ways, like, even before you get started, around different obstacles as far as pricing on things. Low overhead for the win, low overhead for the win. All my mouth. I don't know how these folks think I come outside and do what I do and still be able to buy all this stuff and get these trucks and keep this stuff moving, basically more or less by myself. Now we got other guys that do their thing, but like I told you, them folks go to work when they get ready. I don't care when they go to work. They go to work. They can miss days. They can lie to gas. As long as they don't fuck up these loads that I'm responsible for, it's no misunderstanding. But at the same time, I don't rely on those people because I know the grind. The grind states that if you ain't on the grind, you ain't gonna get no money. So get what? I can't rely on nobody but me to be on the grind all the time. And that's one thing I gotta go and just say from the beginning. If you're gonna add trucks and do all that stuff right there, you need to have your mind right that perhaps things might not always go the way they should. Because they don't. Scheduling happens, mechanical problems happen, things go wrong. So that's contingencies that you put in place as far as being on the grind all the time, to know that if you have three, four, five, six trucks, they owner operators and things like that. At the end, ultimately those bills come in my name. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, those bills come in the company's name. Even if you have drivers and trucks, those bills come in company's name. So you might be you might be one of the people that perhaps think a little bit ahead of the game and understand that as the owner, you don't get to sit back and just chill and do everything. You have to be on the grind all the time, because if somebody decides they don't want to do it anymore, or they don't feel like coming to work, or they just not gonna, they just abandon the load, whatever they feel like doing, you're responsible. And a part of being able to hold up for their responsibility is grinding when everyone is chilling. While everybody trying to get their shit together, figure out what they want to do, and everything like that, you're the owner. You should know the mission at hand, and you should be on the grind all the time. So even if folks fall through the cracks and different things like that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, Jonathan, if you're on the grind all the time and you keep a low overhead, you should make a decent profit. But what is low overhead? Well, Jonathan, low overhead not only consists of the starting cost and finding a cheaper truck, or finding a new truck that meets your terms, or buying your trailer cash so you don't have a note. Some people bought their truck cash so they wouldn't have a note. You know what I'm saying? I talked to a lot of people on consultation, be like, I saved up a lot of money. I got this kind of credit. I can buy it cash. I really won't have to pay nobody back but myself. And that is an awesome place to be. But that is only one equation into low overhead. I like take you on a mental journey for a moment through a week of having a low starting overhead. You just really have to pay yourself back, and actually having a low running overhead, a low operating cost, low cost of operation. I used to say that a lot, a lot, a lot. That's what I used to call it, low cost operation, low cost operation. But I said low overhead, low overhead. Thank you to HT 3434 for spiking that term up in my vocabulary, because I always said low cost operation. HT 34, y'all check his channel out. HT 3434. He's a good guy, Big Chris over there. Um, and he's very insightful. He's been through the rain and the plane. He'd have been in the industry probably about 7 years, and he'd have been everything from a driver. He learned how they catch your ass slipping. He done bought his first truck and different stuff back in the gap. Had that Caterpillar in there as a starter truck. You know what I'm saying? Fought the consequences of mechanical stuff with that, so he knows, you know what I'm saying, what he's talking about from an experience level of stumbling and bumbling and actually coming back real hard. So go check him out. That's a good channel. He's often hustling, and he's hustling the smart way. He's running some good shit. Um, doesn't make a lot of videos anymore, but he's good at what he does. So check out HT 3434. That's a good guy. But he said low overhead. I gotta get that man in credit. He said low overhead, and you know what I'm saying, that basically low cost of operation, what I had been saying, but that was a quicker, better way of saying just low overhead. So let's go back to a scenario of a person that comes out, and let's just say you own your own company or you're leased on, and you come to figure out basically how to run about $10,000 gross a week. The loads are there. If you had a dispatcher or you found them yourself, the loads were there. You was able to run them, and you gross 10 or just about 10 or a little over $10,000 in a week. And we're gonna talk to the semi guy right now and the hot shot guy, but mostly the semi guys. Now the hot shot guy, this most definitely applies to you, so you want to stay tuned. This shit's real. My America, he spent the whole first year paying everything. Okay. All right, my bad. Ease on back in here. My bad, y'all. Yeah, we got action, man. My bad. I had to get off one on the operator's call with a scheduling problem. Hopefully, we can get everybody back in here. And shoot me a one if that sound coming back in clear. Y'all know how it is when these lives get interrupted. It is one of those things where it has to bounce back. So we're gonna bounce back. Yeah, okay. Appreciate that. All my mouth. Um, Yeah, my bad, bro. Yeah, I know y'all know I was probably in a convo or something about something. But okay, one of the bigger considerations that a person to have, and what I was talking about first is, let's put you in the mind of a person that comes out, you know what I'm saying, and the dispatcher or whoever's in charge of finding the loads, they are pretty decent, and they link those loads together to produce about $10,000 gross in a week. You'd be like, man, my dispatcher is really good. My dispatcher is pretty good. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna down talk the dispatcher, because more than likely, if you got a dispatcher or a person that's in the company with you that finds the loads or whatever, probably the first few times you come out, probably the first week or two, they gonna try and appease your thought process, which has absolutely nothing to do with reality, because you don't know what you're doing. You're new. You don't know what's going on. You think you know what's going on, but the reality will kick your ass in trucking. So we're gonna run through the scenario of a $10,000 gross week, and we're gonna understand that making $10,000 in a week in a pickup truck, hot shot, box truck, semi, a step deck, whatever you running. $10,000 gross in a week is only relative or only paramount or even only important if it is done with efficiency in mind. So, Jonathan, you're saying $10,000 ain't a good is not a good number? Nope, not saying that. I'm saying that $10,000 is a good number, but it's how you do the $10,000 and understanding the grind that goes into those type of weeks. So when I was a non-CDL HotShot, I actually grossed $10,000 for real in a week a few times. Had went over a few times. But what you don't hear about in a lot of these, oh, I gross $10,000 a week, you know what I'm saying, videos is that, oh, I stayed out 9 days. Oh, I stayed out and did a reset over the weekend, which ain't terrible. You was running at a check, you had to stay out, you stayed out. It wasn't nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. But in the equation of time over everything, you have to understand that in the concept of time and in the concept and the restraints of your hours of service, there's only so much that can be done in a day. I.e., there are only so many amount of miles that can be done in a day. Okay? So you got people on the West Coast that might kick it with, you know what I'm saying, that 70, 80 mile an hour all day and run across Arizona, New Mexico, stuff like that. They get 700 some miles a day done of straight driving. All to the money, all to the money, all to the money. Hey, Hilly Hard, what's up, bro? So, you know, you can only do a certain amount of things or a certain amount of work in a day's time, being in compliance with your hours of service. So, 600 some miles a day without any loading, without any delays, without any stopping would say that you ran probably about 3,000 miles that week. Now that's a little high for a single person, but it's normal. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tanner, what's up, brother? We talking about the this efficiency and the actual grind that goes into the trucking game and the little stuff that I'm about to get to that means so much when you chasing a number. You really on the grind all the time. You know. And one of the biggest things I always say, it ain't about how much you make, about what you bring home. And you will come to find out that sometimes you'll see people talk about they made $10,000 in a week, and they'll tell you each load for load, load for load, but they won't tell you that they ran 45, 3,500 miles that week. They was off the clock illegally running at night on some old books and snuck some through, couldn't quite get there, made it happen anyway, and things like that, which is straight up cheating. That's fucking cap. But at the same time, then you'll have other people that'll say they made 10 and they'll list their loads and stuff, and you will lose track of time because they're not trying to help you keep track of time, and you won't realize that they done been out 9 days to do that. And they probably ran about 4,500 miles to get them $10,000. Or you'll see people be like, I made $7,000 off of 14, 1,500 miles. 700, I made, you know, not $700, my bad. I made like $7,000, $6,000, $8,000 off of, 1,500, 2,000 miles. You know what I'm saying? But you won't see or you won't be aware, especially in video, because it's not set up for you to know how much time this stuff took a lot of time. But if you go back and look, you'll notice, especially if a person uploads often, that a lot of times the loads that they say they made that much money off of and those shorter miles have been on the trailer 4, 5, 6 days. That shit ain't profitable. That's not what you should be doing. If it's a load or a combination of loads that run, let's say 1,500 miles, and if it was one single load, you could run that 1,500 miles in about 2.5, 3 days. Or you can have partials that will drop off in succession that will take 2.5, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, something like that. But when just understand, when you take those type of assignments and you move around for those type of days, it really doesn't matter if the shit pays $10 a mile. You just sacrificed a week for whatever that number is. So in my train of thought, I come outside, you know what I'm saying, on a weekly basis, probably gross $7,000, $8,000, probably take home 4 or 5. But the reason I'm able to do that, and I can be completely transparent with y'all, cause I love y'all. I don't care what y'all think though. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all watching the channel. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. Shane the devil. I don't care what nobody say about it. They call me a lie if they want to. All I said, bring out your books. If you're keeping any, bring them out. And do your average rate per mile and the time it take to do this stuff. Is a lot of y'all to figure out y'all ain't making no damn money. Not a fucking dime. Because simple fact of the matter, the grind ain't in your mind. You don't understand about grinding. You don't understand. Like I was on the grind all the time. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. If I had $20, whatever I had, I ain't have them for the $17. I had them for $20, whatever it was. Don't worry about it. But whatever it was, they were $20. It was 20 fucking dollars. So you got folks out here taking less than, and we ain't gonna talk about that. To well, they think they should be running $3, $4 a mile, and they take a 185, and they run a hell of a lot of miles, and come up with a $10,000 gross, and they never tell you about the $3,500, $2,500 fuel bill that go behind running those miles inefficiently. And taking all those days on the road, spending weekends on the road, whether you elect to get a hotel or not, you're still out there, you're burning diesel, you're buying food, you're not at home, so you are at work. All that time count. Even when I'm on 34-hour reset, well, 34-hour reset, and I'm gonna act like you can crank that truck up and go anywhere you want to go in it. Now just act like that. Act like it don't matter that you cross over like that. Yes, sir. What's up, KP? What's up, brother? If you in here, throw me a like. It helps the algorithm, help push this thing out. If you want to jump out, press share, and we can push that on a little further. But most definitely give me a like, and I appreciate that. But I'm talking about the grind today. The grind consists of keeping the low overhead, keeping the miles tight, and upping your rate per mile. It matters not that you drove all the way across the country twice this week and made $10,000 as a gross because you had expenses. You might not spend but $100 on food. That whole time you drove all the way across country and back, you bought some showers, you probably had some free ones on your stuff. But the diesel itself, if you're not smart with purchasing diesel, if you're not purchasing diesel in the places that are cheaper, HotShot owners, HotShot owners, this is for you. HotShot owners. Thank you for that super chat. Um, Thank you for that super chat. Measy Hendricks. What's up, my brother? Appreciate that super chat. This is for you HotShot guys right here. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't give a damn who sponsors what, who tells you what, who suggests what when it comes to fuel. Stop going in the truck stop. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This ain't for y'all. Y'all do what I do. Do what I did. Yes, sir. Keep it moving. That tail fuel car do save you a lot, man. 56 to 70 cents sometimes when you pull up, man. You save 56 to $70 on a fill up sometimes. And that's why I advocate check the link in the descriptions of the other video. Tail Financial. You know what I'm saying? Great factory company, also great fuel cars, great discount, business loans, and all that good stuff. But like I say, that's a big part of the equation is fuel. Keep it moving. Small stations. That's why I like Tabs because they ain't forcing you to go to the big name brand stations. They got a lot of small places. And that's one of the biggest tips I can give a person. Stop going to the truck stop unless you're going to sleep or you're going to take a shower. If you're not going to sleep, you're not going to take a shower, go to your regular gas station. If you can, go to a Murphy's or Walmart. Get their car. Get a car for every single regular normal gas station that you see. Shell, Exxon, Mobil, all those Casey's, freaking Sinclair's, all that stuff. So a lot of people have reward cards, man. Racetrack, them guys got reward cards. Power Stroke Logistics. What's up, baby? But yeah, all those people got discount cards. So not only are the smaller stations 50 to 70 cents cheap than the large truck stops, it's not necessary for you to pull in a large truck stop because a normal hot shot can more than likely fit in a gas station. And being that you have an auxiliary tank, you can fill up and get all you need. It may not pump as fast. You'll sacrifice a little time because it doesn't pump as fast. But what you sacrifice in time, you make up for it in money. So let's just give you a small example. The difference between the big guy, say the big, what's up, brother? Charles, the big guys and the little guys, let's just say it's 50 cents. And you got a tabs card that probably save you another 20 or 30. But let's just say it's 50 cents cheaper than across the street. You got a big name over here and you got a small name over here. Okay, 50 cents cheaper. And you pull up every time because you got an auxiliary tank and you pretty much run your auxiliary tank until it gets empty and you see your hand start to move on your gas hand in the truck. You kind of stop and fill it up because let's just say you running out west and you're like, I'm going to need some fuel. I don't want to get on my normal, just primary tank of fuel. I want to use my secondary for the most part and just say that down there just in case, I get somewhere where there is no fuel. Okay, that's a good plan. That's a good way of thinking. So what you do, you pull up, mud flap, mud flap, mud flap, mud flap, the mud flap app. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, my matter for you guys in high shot mud flap. That's a good app. Truckers too. That's a good app for fuel. Um, and let's just say they're 50 cents cheaper and you run your auxiliary tank all the time. That's what I like. So you got a 100 gallon. Let's say you got a 100 gallon auxiliary tank, and every time you go fill up, you know, it's basically $4 a gallon. You're spending $400. Well, at 50 cents cheaper per gallon, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna save right at $50 on that pick on that fuel up, and that'll be 350 instead of 400. And people like, well, that really ain't nothing in the grand scheme thing. It ain't number $50, but it takes somebody that's completely oblivious to what they're doing out here to not understand how important 50 cents is. An extra 50 cent a load per mile could change your life. An extra 50 cent or $50 every time you fill up can change your life. People like, how can that change my life, man? $50 ain't nothing. That's in the fuel budget. We gotta burn fuel. Well, get what? I'm gonna explain something to you. Fuel ain't measured by mile per gallon like people think it is. Fuel is measured in opportunity. Can I bring y'all back? Cause there's some stuff they will probably want to rewind back when this live go live or it post or whatever. I'm gonna say that again. Fuel is not measured in price per gallon. It is not measured in mile per gallon. It's measured in opportunities. Try to change a lot of folks' way of thinking so they can stop being silly out here and realize that everything means something. Because when you're on the grind all the time, it's just like grinding pepper. If you're sitting there on the grind all the time, you got these little granules falling, they falling. You on the grind all the time. You sit there and grind enough, when you look down, you'll have a pile. Oh shit. I've been grinding these little bitty pieces, these little bitty flakes, and goddamn, I've been grinding for shit, goddamn, a whole day. I look down, the grinder empty, and the pile on the floor. Oh man, hold up. Them little itty bitty specks, if you put them up and you grind, they turn into a pile. Hmm, what a concept. So let's go back to the $50. That don't mean nothing. Oh, that just did. Oh, man, bro, look at me. If you fill up 3 times a week, which most of us will, you know what I'm saying, 100, 100, 100 on them gallons while you in pursuit of your money, you know what I'm saying, you just saved $150. What does $150 do? Well, guess what $150 does? $150, $150 gets a PM done on a truck, which gives you more opportunity to make more money. Those $150 is another 30 to 40 gallons of diesel that you're gonna get in pursuit of making $4 or $5 a mile, $3 a mile. That diesel is not just to be burned because it burns in the truck and that's what we need to get where we're going. Those miles that you run off that diesel to drop off, to actually drop off and to get in a position to pick up something else and keep going with it is yet another opportunity. Not only an opportunity to save money at the pump, but an opportunity to make money off of what you're saving. The last time you ran a load, if you're out here, and let's just say the load ran 500 miles, and you was in a semi, you might been getting 5 miles to the gallon, just keep it even, and you burn 100 gallons of fuel. Now, true enough, you cannot avoid burning that 100 gallons of fuel, but let's just say you spent 350 instead of $4. And then you do that 2 more times a week. You know what I'm saying? 350 instead of 400. And sometimes that number get bigger depending on how high the fuel is. But let's say you spent 350 instead of 400. Well, a lot of people like, man, I saved $150. Man, that's nothing. Guess what? Next week, that $150 you saved last week goes on your first $400 fill up. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I saved $150 last week, which is going to go into my first $400 fill up for the next week. So I filled up off of some fuel money that I was supposed to burn last week, this week, put a full tank of fuel, another 5, 6, 700 miles, you know what I'm saying, 1,000 mile worth of fuel, where I can get back to the money working on last week's fuel budget. Y'all following me? Are y'all following me? It's what I like to call overlap, overlap. Because one thing I know, because I done ran a long time, is that if you do that every day, if you go to the other place, you in Texas, go to Bucky's. Bucky's got some $2 a gallon diesel right now. Why would you pay four? Why would you pay four? Just for the convenience of a pump that pumps a little faster that'll save you 20 minutes. Adds up over a year. Keep it moving. It does add up over a year. But if you notice that month to month, if you really keep track of your fuel, from what you were paying stopping at the truck stops as a high shot to what you're paying as going into the smaller gas stations that are a little bit slower, get what you'll realize. I just I just got a week of free diesel. I just saved a whole diesel payment. Hold up, hold up, hold up. You went $50. Yeah, that's roughly $5,000 a year that you could have went home and did something else with it. All my matter, you could have brought it to the house. See, that why I be up on myself, up on it. It ain't about what you make. Anybody can put up a crazy number. My number more consistent than anybody number you see on YouTube, and you can tell them I said. Only person I know probably be more consistent than my numbers on a weekly basis, or just as consistent. I say maybe the trucker guy, cause he locked in, haul the cash on all my metal. Um, shit at me. Now talk about that. Tell them I said. Go find them. Go find them and see if they're doing the same damn thing every week, but in different places, making the same amount of money or better with the same overhead, and it don't matter who I pull for, my number don't change. Go find them. Go find them. Just go find their ass. Cause I understand. Them guys understand. It ain't what you make, it's what you bring home. So get what? If I come out now, it's even bigger in a semi. Like I get a whole week of free deals in a semi. That's why I got my truck out here running right now. I don't care nothing about that shit. But at the same time, I get a whole free week of deals in comparison to what I supposed to be spending, in comparison to what I am spending, and compared to what some people spending at the pump. And I say this: if you're in a semi, if you're in a high shot, it don't matter. Wherever your place is to fuel, get a card from them. If they got a reward card, you're gonna pump tremendous diesel over the course of a year. Get the rewards. Some folk don't understand the reward system. Let them folk give you something for all that fuel you pumping. And just a tip for y'all business minded folk. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the real fuel island at the truck stop and you swipe your credit card in the store, just know there is about a 20 cent difference in the fact that you're swiping a credit card instead of paying cash or swiping one of these corporate cards or one of these tabs cards. So just know you're being penalized on 100 gallons about an extra $20. And you're paying about an extra $50 more. So they sticking you in the back with the pistol for $70 just for filling up beyond what gas really costs, beyond what the fuel really costs. They profited $70 by you pulling up times all them trucks that pulled up with you all through the day. So we know they ain't suffering for no money. So if they got some points or some incentives or something for your big truck guys, use them. And if you get the tabs on transport Tails factory company, and you deal with them and you get their card, you can be prepared to save a tremendous amount of money on fuel, and that is no cap. All you gotta do is go in where they say go in, and boom, 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 boom. Sometime between the truck stop, the regular station, and what that Tails card does at the regular station, I've saved $1.10 a gallon before. $1.10. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So, like I said, the grind, being on the grind and understanding that this is a grind ain't no fucking overnight success story. I'm tired of telling people the same shit over and over and over and over. Everybody act like they fucking retarded because people tell them shit and they hear shit that they want to hear and it's not reality and they roll with it because it's what they want to hear. I don't care. Keep hearing what you want to hear. The reality of money will straighten your ass up. Don't worry about it. Just come on out here with that crazy expectation and think you're gonna run 3, 4 thousand miles in a week and that diesel gonna be free and that don't come out of your money and your insurance ain't gonna come out and whatever you putting up ain't gonna come out and when you get through making $9 or $10,000 that week you're gonna bring home about 3,500 if your expenses ain't right. If your expenses ain't right. I used to say all the time, you bring home half of everything you make. That's it when you got low overhead. When your bills is reasonable and stuff like that, you can bring home half of everything you make. Just about what I be doing, about half of everything I make. But get what? I'd have sacrificed to bring home half of everything I make. I ran a whole year and learned this stuff and figured out where I was losing money at and why I can't bring all the money I supposed to be bringing home and who getting the most parts of my money and what can I do as a percentage of the amount of money they getting versus the amount of money I make to make that percentage go down. So let me break off into that. We 38 minutes in. I'm gonna get off here in a minute, but I'm gonna drop this jewel on you. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff you can't change. You can't change that truck note. You can't change that insurance. You can't change it. One thing you can do. Oh man, Jerome, what's up, Jerome? Chilling. But what you can do is make yourself more efficient. What you can do is run a higher volume of shorter loads that pay better. So let's just say, I'm gonna give y'all an off the wall number. Let's just say your insurance is $1,000 a week. Let's just say your insurance is $1,000 a week. Well, if your insurance is $1,000 a week, I say one or two things. Either you're extremely new, well, three things. You're extremely new, or you perhaps, you know what I'm saying, if you leased on, you might have got on the policy late because that policy does condense as time goes down. They charge you the same amount for the truck, they just give you less payments to pay it in. So that might have been an issue, or you might got a DUI or something, and they don't want to insure you, so they hit you with this crazy number, you know what I'm saying, just to discourage you. But if you want to pay it, what's going on, Kane? If you want to pay it, they ain't got no problem taking your money. They'll insure the risk. Whether it be any of those situations that had you out there at $1,000 a week. Now, I'm gonna tell you what that means. What that means. Let's just say on $1,000 a week insurance, and you come out and let's just say you run, you know, say $4,000 worth of revenue. Well, you know that, 25% of that is insurance from the beginning. So we went from 4 to 3. So you paid the insurance. Let's just say truck note. Let's say truck note's 1,000, and with the trailer and everything. You just give you a low number, keep it even. Okay, that's another 1,000. So now you're at 2,000. So you ran $4,000 worth of stuff, and you got to keep 2,000. Well, not exactly, because out of them 2,000, you wouldn't want to just squirrel the whole $2,000 off and say it's yours and jack it off. You might perhaps want to put five, six, $700 up in a maintenance account just in case something happens, or I need a tire or something. Or some people just be like, I just keep paying and don't worry about it. Okay, they're gonna bite you in your ass. But yeah, you might put that up for your maintenance. So you got $1,000. You've been out a week. You ran $1,000. Take home. You probably ran $4,000 worth of revenue, and you're like, man, this only 25% of the money. What's up with that? And then I tell you to revert back to some of my videos where I've done the research. I studied trucking. I ain't just out here trucking. I studied the industry. And you'll come find out in some of my older videos that most mega carriers with 1,500, 2,000 trucks operate off 15 to 18%. And if they're really good, they can get up past 20% on the profit. That's a whole year. So you're like, man, that ain't that much profit. Well, you have to take into account volume and capacity. So 15% of $1 billion is a lot of money. 15% of $1 million is a lot of money to operate with on profit. But 15% of 100,000 for a whole year worth of running, it ain't right because you don't do enough volume. So now you have to maximize your efficiency. Those guys work off that type of type of profit while doing whatever they can to maximize efficiency, but they know they have some contingencies and some exceptions to be made because you're dealing with people. And some people gonna be late, some people gonna burn more fuel than others, so they get the trucks with the automatics, and they incentivize you to use cruise control because on the big rigs, a lot of time cruise control lets you go 3 or 4 miles an hour faster than if you would drive with the pedal. So it incentivizes you like that, and they do what they can. They have you on a predetermined fuel route. Why? Because they save a lot of money. And just like my company, fuel companies actually compete for your business. So y'all sponsored by fuel, but ain't about the YouTube stuff. See, folks getting misconstrued about some certain stuff about this stuff. Like I'm sponsored by a major fuel company. But my business, my Noble Enterprise, it ain't about no sponsors. It about to work. See, they approached me 2 years ago. Now, two and a half, oh, what it was, damn, 20, January of 2019. Pilot Flying J approached me. I didn't call them. And they said, hey man, we see what you're doing at the pump, yada 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 yada. Yada. How would you like to say this much and this much? And you know what I'm saying? They get these points and yada yada. It was free points and roadside assistance, yada yada yada. That don't come from filling out an application. A lot of times that comes from your work speaking for you. I ain't calling ask them folk for shit. Same thing Loves did about 2 weeks ago. I don't even really go to Loves, but at the same time, they know what's going on and they approached. They already knew what was going on. I've done the Brad Street, looked at my credit and everything on my bill, and they were like, "Man, this dude right here paying some major bill. Well, how can we get in on it? Nothing. Y'all can save me about 16 cents at the gallon, give me about 12,000 points, some 75-mile free roadside assistance, free call out, tire discount, some service and maiden discount, and ACH me the next week. Because if I ain't got it right then, or one of my drivers in a tight, I don't want to have to worry about it till next week. I'm gonna pay y'all like I've been doing, like I do everybody else. Y'all see my done number. Y'all see my credit score. You know my business credit excellent. Why I ain't got a $500,000 in my account just by business credit and being able to get it? Because I'm not a damn fool. Grow my business at my own pace, not to pay people think it should grow it. But at the same time, when they come and bless you like that out the blue, I ain't asked for nothing. They ain't pull my credit about nothing. They did a little hit on my business credit just to see what it was. But it's so copacetic that I ain't doing nothing but adding another fuel stop that could be cheap. Because I'm not going there if it don't make sense. I never pull up and buy nothing from you. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I would never spend a dime with you. And they know it. And they see me pumping all this fuel. They see all these trucks getting added. A UCI, public record. They know how many trucks I got. That public record. They see all these permits I'm buying going across country, different stuff, oversized, old weight, overlit, different stuff. That stuff public record. These folks see that stuff. You think Google, when you opt in, them folks ain't telling all your business. Them folks see that. So guess what? They come to me with the come with the come on. And I ain't finna argue with them. I'm gonna take that blessing. And if I need to stop right there, I will. Calling me about this pickup right here because he had my appointment time wrong and they got me set up for 1 o'clock. I'm not staying here at 1 o'clock. I got half the load on here. I'm gonna be dropping off this evening in Baton Rouge. I'm in Fairfield, Alabama. That's a 5 hour drive. I bet I get over there before they close. And I ain't finna let him play with me. He owe me $300 right now about the stuff that happened yesterday, and he don't want to make it go up to five. Cause I ain't asking, I'm charging. It's a difference. I'm invoice your ass. You don't want to send it on the Raycon. Just know your company gonna get an invoice, and they can do like any other company that don't pay an invoice. Get collections ran on their ass. I'm gonna run it on your ass. Cause they'll run it on me. If I don't pay something, they're gonna run collections on my ass. I'm gonna run collections on their ass. ASAP rocket style for real. ASAP. But at the same time, y'all throw me a like up in here. That helps with the engagement. That helps push it out a little bit more. And we'll get back on topic a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All right, so back to what I was saying about, you know what I'm saying, the fuel in the equation of everything that's going on. And if my audio is back correctly, because I did jump out for a call a second ago, could you put me a one in the comment? Drop me a one in the comment. Just let me know I'm coming back in good. And if I did lose any of y'all during that conversation I had, please forgive me. Do apologize. Okay, we got a one in there. Okay, so with the whole situation with people like that and loves and things like that, and they got different rewards cards, I always take advantage of it. It's one of those things where really they already robbing the shit out of you. I'm just saying that's the reason I don't even approach these different places because the discount that you may receive when approaching these places is not as significant of a discount as when they know you really pump through and they know that you're not just one and done and you got established credit to the point where they know they can deduct $7,000 worth of fuel from you per week or whatever you run as a company and it's gonna be there. So when they know that, they extend a little bit better discount. They put a package together for you, and it's not just a card to save a few cents at the pump. Some people save a 7 cent, 10 cent at the pump, 8 cents at the pump, and they're just not knowing that most of the time. What's the best way to contact me? Dollar sign JBUTLER 357 on Cash App. Dollar sign JBUTLER 357 on Cash App. Leave your number in the four line, and when you see the reply thumbs up, I'll be calling you shortly. There usually is a line. I may not get to you the same day, depending on how late you send it in. I may not get to you the same day, but just know that everybody is in order. I'm not skipping over anybody. I'm not jumping on certain calls, people that have already done it before. Whatever order it comes in, you know, next free hour I get while I'm riding or whatever, I most definitely will give you a call. But that's how you get up with me, man. Cash App, dollar sign JBUTLER 357. Um and what I'm saying about in the grand scheme of things, when you think about stuff that is used every day, a lot of people get it in their mind that, that's just the cost of doing business. But when you can lower the cost of doing business, you up your profit. So what I was saying about the percentage thing, let's just say, you make 4 grand, your insurance a grand a week, your truck note and trailer a grand a week, and let's just say you put up a grand a week for maintenance and you probably pay yourself a grand a week. So you profited 25%. Like I said, most large, super large mega carriers are only profiting, you know what I'm saying, 15, 14, 18, 20, 22%. You know what I'm saying? That's why, people like Landstar, people like me, people like, you know what I'm saying, even like Prime, they got some trucks of their own, but they really believe in lease purchase and owner operators and all that there because get what? You know what I'm saying? That's a big part of changing that profit percentage on all that stuff. That's the reason why they Landstar really ain't got no trucks. They got a lot of trailers, but they ain't got no trucks because they got established brokerage and established number and things like that where they can keep some truck moving, but they ain't buying no trucks. So they profit percentage goes up tremendously by just buying trailers and dealing with the compliance and the tags and all that type of stuff of adding a truck without actually purchasing trucks. So, you know what I'm saying? When that owner operator goes out and makes his money, you know what I'm saying? Landstar, I ain't gonna say it's all profit because you gotta process all this stuff and it costs to do all the accounting and do all the stuff that we do as a company, the company owner, stuff like that. But for the most part, that's more profitable than actually running the truck. I don't know how many of y'all got that, but it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, the biggest expense is the equipment and the diesel. It ain't the personnel. It ain't the personnel. It ain't the fact that you got a truck and you want to run for Landstar. You want to run for Noble Enterprise. Neither one of us give a shit. Now one of us don't give a damn. Can you be safe? Can you be compliant? Can you get the job done? Can I make some money? Can you make some money? See the difference between I say Landstar, me, and probably another set of companies that kind of operate like that. You know what I'm saying? Me and Landstar and other companies give a damn if you make some money. Tell you everything you need to know. Get on that policy at a certain time so your shit be low. It don't condense. Put something on your tags for you. They might buy your whole tag. I do half on them. You know what I'm saying? I go half on them 'cause I'm trying to help people streamline their expenses and not be out a whole lot of money. And you know what I'm saying? I work with people. But at the same time, a lot of companies that lease you on and different stuff like that wouldn't give a fuck if you make no money. And get what? Sending you out on $10,000 a week at low efficiency puts money in the dispatcher pocket. It don't really even put money in the company pocket. It put money in the dispatcher pocket because they charge you a percent on what you ran, not a percentage of what you made. So, like what I was talking about the 50 cent a gallon. How can you discount in your mind that them 50 cent a gallon don't mean nothing over time when we out here running by the mile? 1 gallon equals 5 miles, 7 miles, depending on what kind of big rig you got, 12 miles, 10 miles a gallon, depending on what kind of hot shot you got. And we getting paid by the mile. So if it costs me less to run them miles, so if I 50 cent a gallon on 5 mile on 1 gallon to go 5 miles in my truck, which is not good. 5 miles in truck, that's sorry about that. 1 gallon of gas to go 5 miles in my truck. That means if gas is $1, it cost me about 80 cents a mile to run. Just fuel. Why would I run $2? If it costs 80 cents to move the truck and you take a load for $2, you spent your money 40, 60 with the fuel. So you just took 10 down to six. Spent four. Took 10 down to six. You ain't paid no bill. You ain't paid no insurance. You ain't went home and faced the music that them bills still there. But you ran 28, 2,900, 3,000 miles that week. You, my friend, have not done anything but abuse your truck, stay home, stay away from home way longer than you supposed to, and you brought home the same amount of money a person that brought home $6,000 gross. Listen to me. Now you did 10. They did 6. They pump less fuel. They pump fuel more efficiency. They actually knew how to bounce that shit out by their house so they could sit down and chill, go home instead of running the truck all night because they ain't got no APU. So you burn about a gallon an hour on 10 hours. So that's your $50 that you saved at the pump right there overnight. That's your $40, $50 right there. But see, a lot of people don't understand this stuff. And like I say, the numbers, the fact that you come home and be look silly sometimes will have you looking at stuff a little more carefully. It don't take long. I give you a month of running and you done did 12,000 miles and done made $25,000 and your truck time for an oil change, fuel filter change, all that old shit, insurance for the month, house note, the shit you got to do going on with the kids and all that there. That astronomical amount of money that you think you made, when you get through breaking it down by the week and yada yada, you can stage your ass at work. And that's the reality of it when the bills ain't streamlined. You can't gross a number just because you pick that number and you run at a. I mean, you can't net a number just because you pick that number and you go for a super duper high gross and not know your expenses. What kind of business person could you be and not know your operating costs? What kind of business person are you? A lot of people out here just take a number, run it, whatever left, that what they keep. Take a run, take a number, run that shit, whatever left, they keep. They ain't thought about nothing going on with the money. All they heard was, "Hey man, we going these many miles for this much money. Oh man, that $2.50 a mile right there, and that'll work right there. Goddamn, it cost you 90 cents to move it." I just wish people would understand for a change that everything they see ain't how it go. Everybody you see run. Just cause they say they ran this for this and they stayed out and they did this number right here. You don't know their bills. It's just like me. I own the company. I don't pay no percentage to run on this number, but I pay a percentage to run on this number. See, I don't even understand it. In the economics of being a company owner, I ain't paying what the owner operator pay because I'm an owner operator. I pay what the owner operator pay to the company because I want the company to grow. So I pay the same thing that I charge my owner operator, but to the company because this mama gotta grow. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people you see, they own operator and they own the company. And they'll tell you they made a certain amount of money. But they ain't putting up shit. A lot of folks come out here, want to run non-CDL. And ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's your business model, want to run non-CDL, that's cool. You just need to have your mind made up that you're gonna run non-CDL for the next 2 to 3 years. And I'm gonna drop that last jewel on you before I leave because there's a lot of folks doing this and it to them they look smart, they look like they're advancing, they look like they're going up, and it's a big old transition. The shit look good because you know what I'm saying, I'm going from a non-CDL to a CDL, or I'm going from a CDL to a semi, just like I did, and it looked good, it looked good. But see, one thing you got to know, in the equation of time over everything. See, you gotta be understanding what you see when you see it. It's a difference. It's a difference than somebody coming out non-CDL, paying their due, learning the industry, being out here a couple of years, deciding to move on up to a CDL high shot or to move on up to a semi. They call that progression. What you've been seeing lately is what you call indecisiveness and the lack of knowledge starting off. I'm gonna tell you like this. If you sign for a truck for 3 to 5 years and you go buy a trailer, whether you cash out on it or do whatever, your main objective with that was to make a certain amount of money with it in a year's time, maybe 2 years' time. Your main objective wasn't to come out, sign for the truck that you can't use for nothing but non-CDL high shot, figure out you ain't know shit when you came out, and decide I can make more money if I get my CDL. Well, damn, duh, you fucking clown, duh. I can make more money if I get my CDL and go on step up. I can carry more weight and everything. And you bust out and make that move in less than 6 months of starting your business. Get what you did? Became another clown as a statistic. You're another clown and a statistic because that shit ain't paid for. You ain't even started even paying yourself back, even if you paid it for cash. You haven't seen any revenue off that equipment. But now you want to change your mind. And I oftentimes tell people, you change your mind. Every time you change your mind, it's gonna cost you money. And you can try to flip that in and roll that in and be like, nah, I got a second truck. I'm gonna put somebody in there. You put somebody in a non-CDL high shot to come to the same conclusion you came to. You couldn't make no money. Get you one good cold ass weekend running for some people that dispatch you and do you 10 or something like that. You realize it's possible, but you don't know how it happened. Then you jump the gun, be disloyal, shit on the nigga that gave you an opportunity with the number and let you run on his number, jump up off his policy in less than 6 months, leave him out in the cold, and get what? Bitch, you gonna suffer. Bitch, you're gonna suffer. Cause you can't run from the obligation, the responsibility, and the shit that go with trucking. The dues you gotta pay, the people you're gonna have to meet, the stuff you gotta learn, the paperwork you gotta learn how to do, the 3 months you gotta go through, even though you shit on that dude that had been running in number and everything, get what? You can't run from it. You put your number out there, go buy all that shit you want to buy, put it on that number, and get what you gonna do. Experience the same growing pain that that man you just shitted on experienced in his first 3 months. Will you make it? Probably so. If you YouTube bound and you got that money right there, you can pay your insurance and not know a damn thing and keep on going. You think non-CDL going bad? Nope. I don't think non-CDL going bad. I think it's the hustle in the people that running non-CDL that might not be up to par with what the market doing. But I showed y'all this. It ain't changed. This shit everywhere. I ran 46 states. This shit everywhere. I'm from Mississippi. I ain't had no reason to be in fucking North Dakota. I ain't had no reason to be in New York, Vermont. I was in Braintree, Vermont. I was 20, 30 miles from Canada. Out in Seattle. I went across there and went to a mine and dropped off a load in Canada. What the fuck am I doing in Canada? Cause the shit everywhere. I run non-CDL. I run like a dog. It take more work and more deadhead. But get what? With my gas mileage and my tab card and all that, my overhead was so low, I ready to go to Seattle at a moment notice. As long as that thing was paying over $2.50 a mile for that partial, or $1.80 a mile for that partial, and I put a number on there and going up there for $3.50, $3, something like that, I would give a damn. My 1,800 mile look good. Care nothing about it. I run it. So no, it ain't doing bad. It's about the grind. No, you got that right. You got they trying to run for they crawl, bro. You got to crawl. Like I say, everybody has different progressions at this stuff, but I'm letting y'all know what it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, when you make these decisions, you might want to think about this stuff in a 2 to 3 year plan. Am I gonna be comfortable running my license as it is with this equipment? And even if it don't go the best, will I be able to hold it, maintain it, and pay it off, or do whatever I plan on doing before I change? Before I spend another 40, $50,000, put my credit out there sideways, or have to leverage this shit on my wife or some shit like that. Don't bring the other folks in your shit. This your business. You did all that there. You decide for all this stuff. You change your mind. Eat it, motherfucker. Eat it. That's what I do every day. Eat it. Like right crispy tree. Bowl and bite it. Nigga. Eat it. Because that's what company on to do. When you fuck up, you eat it. You don't just keep throwing money at the situation and try to figure out something different, then go spend some more money to get yourself together like you want to be. And half you motherfuckers ain't running CDL because you can't keep the weed out your fucking system. Can't start hanging with motherfuckers you ain't supposed to be hanging with. All that old type of shit, bro. Like, so it's to the point where, man, instead of trying to avoid shit, and come out like that and then realize I ain't making the money I think I made. And boy, because I had made that decision, now I'm stuck with something for 2 years and the bank won't give me another truck. And if they do, I need a co-signer. I gotta bring somebody else in my carnage and possibly risk their credit on some bullshit. I know I'm gonna pay. That ain't shit. They're right. You gotta man up, stay true to the process. I'm just saying. I'm just saying this shit ain't for everybody, and it ain't for every kind of person. Cause some people ain't set up to take no L's in order to win. I take them every other day in order to win. Oh, I just got the new up and running. Congratulations, congratulations on upping your game, stepping up with your equipment and all that. Now pay for it. And I ain't hating. It don't matter how they pay for it. It can be YouTube money or whatever, whatever. Just don't have folks think you out here doing that shit and ain't paying for it with this YouTube money. And you actually running lows and being consistent while you sitting your ass at the house making videos. I'm trucking like I'm traveling. If I make a video, it probably be like this. And get what? I appreciate y'all for watching, but they about good as it gonna get in a lot of cases because I ain't got time for this shit. If you really on the ground all the time, you got time to be sitting up in a motherfucking truck while I supposed to be getting my 10 hours, spending 3 hours in the video just so I can get some views and make somebody happy, get a couple dollars. Get what? $ JBUTLER 357. I get a couple dollars. Call, do the 1 hour consultation, $100 an hour. Let me get them couple dollars, and most of it going to feed the homeless. I don't know if you can beat it. Last time I gave a YouTuber some money, he bought a car, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm feeding some people. So get what? Fuck a hater and that man. I don't care how they feel about it either. I hope mother think I'm talking about them, bitch. I'm talking about you. I hope you think I'm talking about you. I ain't called nobody's name. But if the shoe fit, motherfucker, I'm talking about you. Sure live. I sure live. If that shoe fit, put that motherfucker on and run a marathon. That's what you do. And that ain't no cap. Because one thing about it, I ain't gotta say nothing. The number gonna talk to you. Just keep on. The numbers will talk to you. And like I said, ain't no bad luck to be wished on nobody. This just how the game go. And I be trying to let you not get caught slipping by seeing stuff that you don't know exactly what you looking at in the whole financial aspect of trucking. That shit ain't nothing. Me and Johnny went out and made $12,000 about 2 months ago in a week. We came out last week and snuck up on 10 and all that good shit. Why I don't make them videos? Cause get what? Them 10 we made last week, that shit wasn't made the right way. I'm not finna glamorize that shit. That 10 that was made last week was not efficient. That's not how you do 10. But at the same time, you have to show people that it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? In between doing 10 and make it 10. It's a difference. But at the same time, it ain't about showing nobody. It's just allowing people to see what they thought was right ain't right. That shit ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. Cause it leave your overhead fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to understand that when you see these folks steady putting this stuff up, and you call me on the 1 hour consultation, talk some $10,000 a week, how I can grow this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Get what? We're gonna go through your finances, and I'm gonna tell you if that's possible or not. Is it possible? Yeah. Is you gonna have to bring your ass to work and do something? Yeah. Is you gonna have to be out here in the truck and strap some shit and top some shit in the rain? Hell yeah. And you're gonna have to drive it so whether you don't really like driving in, and you're gonna have to go all day sometime without eating because you're trying to get the fucking job done, you will eat later. Yeah. I'm sick of motherfuckers thinking this shit some get rich quick. I come out and run a month. I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna net me 15, $18,000. Don't nobody want to do no fucking work. Don't nobody want to tarp nothing. Don't nobody want to run nowhere. Don't nobody want to be out. Don't nobody want to do none of this shit, but everybody wants some money. Don't nobody want to pay the high price for these. Every time you pull up, two, three, $400 worth of these, you shaking your head at the fucking pump and looking all at them. Man, I would give a man. Get what I told y'all. I've been estimating these at $5 a gallon since 2018, and there's a reason behind it. 'Cause I don't give a fuck what they do. I just know I need to be saving all I can save every single time, keep a track of it, and whatever I say, put it right back in the tank and make some more money with it. Before giving you opportunity. Like I told y'all, diesel is not measured in gallons to me. Diesel is not measured in miles per gallon to me. Diesel is measured in opportunities. Do you know that Devon, he's in Texas? The man ain't put diesel in his truck in almost a week. I'm talking about, dog, it's a week now. Shit, about a week and 3 days. The man filled his truck up week before last and been running 17 miles, 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 which is 4 miles from where he parked. 17 miles, 17 miles, 17 miles, 17 miles. And then motherfucker won't come up here and say cap when I say homeboy made $3,100, $3,100 off goddamn me about 170, 180 miles last week. They think it kept 17 miles, 17 miles, 17 miles, 17 miles, 17 miles. So he finna do another two of them, 17 miles, 17. Go one, man, be back at home before 1 o'clock in the evening. You think that's an accident by people that don't understand efficiency? Man, I wouldn't run that for no $500. God damn, you do three of them a day and ain't left town? You got to be a damn fool. I wouldn't run there. I'm looking at the number, boy. I gotta be, man, I'm pulling them over 2,500, 3,000, but they going 1,200 miles. 1,200 mile worth of diesel. That's about 250 gallons at $4 a gallon. It's about $1,000 in a semi. Oh, I'm chasing that 2,500. I'm chasing that 2,500. Man, you gotta learn how to do it out in the back, man. Make a small, tight circle that pay high rate per mile with it less deadhead as possible. And that's dead. That is dead. And I'm gonna leave that where it's at. You need to be trying to get the high rate per mile possible, going the shortest distance possible with the least deadhead in between the load, and take your ass home and count your money. And see, don't it be a difference in your money. Like I said, throw me a like up and there, hit the thumbs up. That help the engagement, that help the algorithm. Man, KP said this guy saved me money before a consultation. Then during the consultation, more people that call, I'm gonna be honest with you, more people that call about the way they run or the way they thinking about running, finna run, the equipment and all that. I usually save a person between $15 and $25,000 on a 1 hour consultation. Beside what they were finna do, not knowing the mechanics of certain things, and what they could do and get the same results or better for less money, and it still be new stuff, brand new stuff. I know people don't like used stuff. I know how to save you $15,000 on a truck running CDL just simply because it ain't the truck you think it is. I used to work for these people. I know what that truck do. These are fix them motherfuckers. I know what they do. I know what they don't do too, and I know what they got a timer on about certain stuff that they do. And they can say it cap if they want to. I done sat in the computer on the diagnosis, on the global, and looked at the counters on this stuff. That's reading the events as they happen. Slight pressure drop here, it counts it. Even though it corrects itself, another slight pressure drop, it counts it. And even though it corrected itself, you ride another 10,000, another slight pressure drop, it counts it. When it gets to like 250, it throws the light on, say, go see the dealership. You got SCR, DEL problem. Please pull over. We're going to derate your truck to 5 miles an hour in the next 150 miles because of a counter. It ain't always the pressure sensor that they replace. It's the fact that it's a hard stored code about that pressure sensor that they replace. For real. Just on a FYI, if you've ever replaced a DEF injector or a doser valve, 75% of the time, if you take the doser valve out or the DEF injector out of the pipe, and soak it in hot water and put it back in, it comes back to life. Most time it's a problem with crystallization that it made it be like that, where that pencil inside of that injector gets clogged or either stuck open or closed, and you get a problem with the pressure inside the depth system as far as the fluid flow. It either stopped up or it's blowing out too much and it's going in the pipe, your pipe white all on the ground and all that old stuff right there. But get what? That injector still works. Yeah, I didn't know they did it. I got a couple of them for sale at the house. Had a little caked up, like they still work. Put 5 volts to it, you hear click, click, click. Yeah, it still works. That bitch cost 2,000. And when they took it out, you soak it in some hot water and put it right back in there, and it still works. I can't give y'all all of it, man. But like I said, I just can't do a live, be informative yet again. I appreciate the super chats, man. If anybody want to make contributions to the food before I go, we will be doing that. It's a short month, so we probably get that in probably the third weekend or the fourth weekend. I gotta check the calendar. God bless dead my great grandma. Her birthday was on February the 29th. She was a leap year baby, so we don't get that often. I gotta see if it's a 29th. If it's a 29th, I'll probably do it on her birthday. But whatever the next to the last or the last weekend of the month is, we will be back out Jackson, Mississippi, going around to different neighborhoods, handing out sausage and biscuits um to the people that left fortune all around the bus station, the people that stay outside, um, and all the people around the town that I can see out. If they out, man, and it's cold like that, they ain't out because they want to be. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the super chats. We up to like $25 up in here right now. And I appreciate everybody that contributed, man, for the knowledge you done gained. And I appreciate just being a service to you guys. Um, like from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate y'all for what y'all helped me do with the food, man. Like I'd have been in that situation before. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be in that situation, y'all. You don't want to go down that road the way you don't really know where you gonna stay at tonight. You know what I'm saying? You don't know really where the next meal gonna come from for real. You know what I'm saying? That trap society. What's up, baby? Yeah, nephew, we doing it though. Cause get what? The Lord wants you to do it, and just being a good person. You know what I'm saying? Have you doing stuff like that, man? Just really respecting. Cause see, like say, when you come out and do stuff like that, that's why I don't put them people on camera now. Cause everybody got feelings about their situation. Thank you for that super chat, bro. Um, they got feelings. Be honest. That people got feelings about their situation. I don't never put them on camera, but I just be wanting to get y'all some verification. Let y'all know I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that, and like I said, this shit ain't about me. I'll devote my life to everybody else, really, man. Cause I know if everybody else get what they want, eventually I'm gonna get what I want, and eventually it ain't far. Just stay on the ground all the time. Learn how to put up something. Save them 50 cents at the pump, and learn how to put them somewhere where they can be used better, like getting some more money. It's a perpetuation. It's a perpetuation. But like I said, man, I appreciate all y'all, man. Anybody want to contribute? Shoot, dollar sign JBUTLER357. Just put food in the memos, and I most definitely know food for the left fortune, or food or something like that, because that whole cash out is devoted to them. Last month we did almost $1,200 worth of sandwiches. It was 11 something. And I thank God for y'all. I really do, because that's a lot of people. And I begin the way I ain't just like I did 1,200 sandwiches. We fed 1,200 people. No, we did like $1,200 worth of sandwiches, and we probably fed like 300 people, 400 people, because these people outside, these folks live outside. You think one person can't eat one sausage biscuit? So I'm giving everybody two as a prerequisite. And then depending on situation, I see a lady with 5, 6 kids. Yeah, yeah, I'll probably get them about 15 of them, because you know what, they need to go back somewhere and be able to eat something later on. If I see a dude sleeping on the side of the building, look like he been on the side of the building 2 days, trying to stay warm, yeah, I'm gonna give him 4, 5 sandwiches, because he need that for later. But like I said, we ain't keeping up with the amount of people. What we spend, we just want to know how many sandwiches we bought. So we bought 400 sandwiches, and we probably fed about 190 people. I say probably about 180, 190 people. So that's good. That's a small drop in the bucket for what, you know what I'm saying, is possible. But like I said, I appreciate everybody and what y'all do. I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I go holler at these Mickey D's. I go from McDonald's to McDonald's to McDonald's. I get 100 here, 100 here, 100 here. Sometimes they don't have the 100. I get what they got, and we go to the next McDonald's. I rip and run around till about 6, 7 o'clock, getting all those together and waiting on everybody to get the sandwiches right. And as the 100 come out, I immediately go give them away and hit another McDonald's, get another 100, immediately go give them away. And they don't last long. Y'all done been on the line with me. Usually I do like the last 100, sandwiches with y'all while I'm doing it. And 30, 40 minutes, 100 sandwiches, boom. And that's because I'm riding around trying to disperse it evenly as I can throughout the neighborhood. But like I said, I appreciate you guys. I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. Those people thank y'all, man. They really be glad to see me because they see me often. I ain't just one that pop up and don't pop up no more. So when they see me, they know what it is. That dude got some food. He pulled up in the little shout chain truck, the little S10, and he bogart the bus station parking lot, even though you ain't supposed to park in there. He do it anyway. Oh shoot! Somebody just said food. Hold on, who is this? Hilton Harkness. Hey, I appreciate that donation for the food. He say differential went out. You still in here? You still in here? I'm sorry to hear about that differential, bro. That's one of them things, man. Um, If you're not replacing it, just make sure it's a drive line shop that sets it up because that differential has to be set up pretty precisely. I've had that happen with one of my owner operators, and what I'm saying, it took a trial and error, two go around for them to get that rear end set up right. And if it ain't right, you will definitely know. Roll Williams, hey man, I always show my love, Ro. That's why I'm here trying to show love and just stop some of the misconception that be happening about that money and what it takes to actually be on the grind all the time and bring some money home, be efficient. So I appreciate it. I'm about to go in here and sign in for my appointment and get on out of here. I am taking a load of stand-up calls and a couple lay-down calls. It's five in all. Going to the Baton Rouge area, which I will turn around and deadhead about 55 miles behind that, and go get a master call and bring it back to Birmingham and continue my loop. Um, Big shout out to the new owner operator Jay out there. He making his way on the cross with a MasterCard right now, headed to where I am now in Birmingham, probably about 7 miles that way. And when he gets through dropping it off, we'll tell. Yeah, that's some nice trucks out here, man. The South got some nice trucks, Midwest too, but the South got some really nice. Well, I seen some sexy stuff out here, boy. They spending that money. But yeah, like I said, shout out Jay, man, in the Western Star doing that thing. He got one of the more dangerous loads that you can put on open deck transport. 49,000 pounds, not 40, 49,000 pound master car sitting on 3 feet of deck space. That boy got five chains on it and two straps. He ain't playing. He ain't playing no game. Five chains, two straps. Shout out Jay. Hey man, God bless you, bro, and what you doing. And you know what I'm saying? More power to you, bro. Like I said, we're gonna keep it moving. And like with him, starting out anybody, man. It's ups and downs in trucking. You have to see the reality from the fake. You have to realize, it's a lot of work go involved. And then, you know what I'm saying, when you come home on the weekends and stuff, 34-hour reset. It really ain't much you can do. You can do some stuff, but you damn near suffer the consequence of being so tired. That's how I be. Man, lunch on me if you have time, bro. I'm in Beham. You in Beham? Whoa, big country. What the? Oh, that King Gorilla. Whoa! Hey, King Gorilla, cash at me $1 and put your number in the four line. I'm gonna send your dollar back. I just don't get your number. Yeah, yeah. Dollar sign JBUTLER357. I might have time for that. If they get me out of here, I can spare out and still get down there before 5 o'clock. So we probably can do that. Then I got my beautiful wife with me. She might, perhaps want to sit down and do something. She back there chilling. She sleep though. But like I said, man, I appreciate every last one of y'all. I appreciate what y'all do. I appreciate what y'all try to do. I appreciate how y'all try to put these videos out there. We're not gonna worry about the trash. And get what? I'm gonna be honest with you. We got a decent subscriber count. And get what? I ain't gonna never put it up. Nope. Cause get what? My channel ain't about the bandwagon. We want to grow the channel, and I give y'all an update on subscribers as we go on through and hit certain milestones and everything. But that ain't what this is about. When the channel grow, it's gonna grow organically. It's not gonna grow because I paid a lot of sponsorship. I put a lot of pre ad posts and stuff in all these different places. I paid services like a lot of your 100,000 plus subscriber channels and stuff. I paid promotional companies thousands of dollars to put me out there, and it's returning now. That's all good. I ain't got no $1,000 to get this shit. I put thousands of dollars in this fucking truck. I'm not doing that. Let the YouTube shit pay how it pay. I ain't on hold no nuts and no recommendation. Ain't nobody gotta say my name. The same way y'all got here, the same way the rest of them will get here. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for just keeping it real with somebody that keeping it real with you.